Oh, the scene at the end of this week's Monday Night Raw is going to be the scene at TLC when Randy Orton becomes the undisputed WWE Champion. Oh, it's happening, baby. You think Cena's going to win at TLC? Oh, hell no. Randy Orton's going to climb that fucking ladder and he's going to grab both belts and fucking hold it up high, bitches. Now, I know what people are saying. Chase, what about the rest of Monday Night Raw? And I'm going to talk about it. Like I said, my Raw reviews are kind of more abridged nowadays because, first of all, these 3-hour Raws, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys can agree with me, they need to fucking go. It's so hard to keep track of these 3-hour Raws and what's been going on. I just talk about the main plot points in all honesty. First off, let's talk about Michael Strahan as a guest host. Alright, honestly, that was the most awkward fucking segment of him and Titus O'Neil and The Miz trying to hip toss him. What the hell was that? Him and Bray Wyatt interacting, and then him with the Divas backstage with Goldust. Honestly, none of his segments were funny. None of his segments really made me say, oh, I want to see Michael Strahan again in the WWE ring. Hell no. They just really wasted Michael Strahan, and all this was for probably was just to plug live with Michael and Kelly, or Kelly and Michael, because he ain't no Regis Philbin, baby, because if he was Regis Philbin, he would be perving up on Kelly Ripa right now, slapping Nicki Minaj's ass, and fucking hitting on his co-host on Crowd Goes Wild. Yeah, that's right, Michael Strahan. You ain't no Regis Philbin. What are you thinking about? But it was terrible as a guest host, and that's all I gotta say. Now, Damian Sandow and Dolph Ziggler had a hardcore match. Okay, they had a hardcore match. And my friend, Ankle Breaker AJ2, aka JD Banham, he said this to me on Skype. Why not just bring back the fucking hardcore title? Why not? Why don't you bring back the hardcore fucking title? I mean, you guys are having these random hardcore matches every single week anyways. These guys, the WWE, they're having random hardcore matches every single week anyways. Why not just bring back the fucking hardcore title? There's no point in doing these hardcore matches. Yeah, is it cool to see a gimmicky hardcore match? Absolutely. But do I really care about all that much with no feud or storyline? No. And if you're going to do hardcore matches with no feud or storyline into them, you might as well just do the hardcore title match and bring back the 24/7 rule. Might as well. I know I'm not a huge fan of the hardcore championship. I know a lot of people are going to probably say, what the fuck, you're not a fan of the hardcore championship, but I just found the belt sometimes completely weird and useless, and especially at times when they took away the 24/7 rule. But you might as well just add it back there because the WWE seems like to do street fights every single week on Monday Night Raw as of late, so you might as well just bring back the hardcore title. There's no point in having random hardcore matches. They don't do anything. All they are is just time fillers. That's just my opinion. Was the match good? Yes, it was good, but did it make any sense? No, it did not make any sense because Damian Sandow is not getting anything out of this, and neither is Dolph Ziggler. These motherfuckers are not going anywhere just because they have one fucking hardcore match on Monday Night Raw. It's a waste of space. It's a waste of time, in my personal opinion. And speaking of a waste of space and waste of time, why did we get Total Divas versus Regular Divas 2.0? That was a waste of time. I mean, but it was fucking hilarious seeing the worm or the squirm by Summer Rae. Summer Rae is so fucking hot, and no one can deny that. Anyways, let's just move on forward. What else happened? Oh yeah, Xavier Woods doesn't even have his own theme song. Just give him the Team Pac-Man theme song. Come on, he Pac-Man Jones. Just give him that theme song. Just do it. And now, also, I want to ask a question. What are they doing with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk? Like, honestly, what are they doing? I mean, CM Punk's feuding with the Shield, Daniel Bryan's feuding with the Wyatts. What the hell is going on here? I mean, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. What they're trying to accomplish with these feuds, because honestly, this is what I say. When younger guys feud with elevated talent like a CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, they need to get over themselves. And the Shield facing CM Punk, these motherfuckers ain't going to get over. Now CM Punk is going to bury their motherfucking asses. And all the IWC's like, no, Chase, he won't bury them. It will be a great wrestling match. Yeah, it will be a great wrestling match. But just because you have a great wrestling match does not mean you're getting elevated as a talent. Same with the Wyatt family. They can have a great wrestling match with Daniel Bryan at TLC. But they're not getting elevated. They're not winning the matches. They're not looking like major threats. They keep on losing. How is that helping out a star? How are those help building up stars? I don't get it. It's good that they're feuding with elevated talent, but Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are guys that you would think are going to be wrestling in big matches at WrestleMania. So why in the blue hell do do we keep beating the Wyatt family and the Shield to these guys? It makes no damn sense to me. I mean, if Roman Reigns wins, CM Punk looks a lot lower because let's face it, no offense to Roman Reigns, I love Roman Reigns. I do. I love him as a talent. But if he beats CM Punk before the Royal Rumble out of all things, holy shit, Roman Reigns looks like the favorite to win the Royal Rumble. And I don't like comeback storylines all the time, WWE. I'm sorry, I don't. And you can't really make CM Punk look like a credible threat in the Royal Rumble. And the same goes for Daniel Bryan if they lose to these guys. I know a lot of people say, well, what about Austin and Brett with the submission match at WrestleMania? And there's a difference there. That match happened at WrestleMania. That match right there happened in a great environment. Not every match can be that perfect. And just because CM Punk will wrestle against the Shield guys, and just because Daniel Bryan will wrestle against the Wyatt guys, and just because they will put on a great match, doesn't mean it will always translate well with putting other people over. Winners and losers sometimes don't always win. Like, for example, a great way to put someone over in a losing situation is like when someone gets cashed in on in a correct way in the Money in the Bank, such as John Cena when he got cashed in on Edge, or Daniel Bryan recently getting cashed in on Randy Orton. That's where a winner and loser can both look great. But in situations like this with young up-and-coming talent that you're trying to build with already established veterans that you can't lose momentum on. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, you can't really lose momentum on. They need to keep winning matches because you're near the Royal Rumble time. You need to predict these Royal Rumble winners for us. You need to make us think like these guys, this guy, and this guy can win the Royal Rumble. And the problem is you have Roman Reigns, you have CM Punk, and you have Daniel Bryan all in these feuds kind of sort of together. And you can even argue Dean Ambrose. Those four right there, most of you guys would probably think are heavy favorites to win the Royal Rumble. And Dean Ambrose, heavy favorite to last long in the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns definitely to be Final Four. And Daniel Bryan and CM Punk to be in the Final Two. I don't get it. I honestly don't get this feud. I thought the feud was over. I said, hey, why not add Daniel Bryan and CM Punk into the WWE Championship match? At least that helps their credibility. Because when they're in a WWE Championship match, that undisputed WWE Championship match, and I feel like a fatal four-way between Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, CM Punk, and John Cena would be fucking awesome in the TLC. It would add more credibility. It will add more freaking credibility to Daniel Bryan and CM Punk being in a huge matchup like that. And not only that, it would add more unpredictability to this TLC match we're going to get at TLC. Now, when it comes down to John Cena versus Randy Orton, let me just tell you guys something. I'm excited for this matchup just because, like I said, I think the TLC match is a fun match to watch. I like the concept that they're doing, but it seems kind of fishy. Everyone thinks that, oh, it's not a unification match, that Randy Orton is just going to grab the World Heavyweight Championship and John Cena is going to grab the WWE Championship. I can understand that. It seems a little fishy, but I actually think that they're actually going to go through with this unification match. Either this or they're teasing it, but I don't think John Cena is going to win that unification match, and I'm going to talk about it when I do, predictions in the future, but I have a strong feeling that WWE is going to swerve us and have my boy walk out as the undisputed champion. You know it. You freaking know it. But, like I said, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, I think they should be in this match, that unification match. I feel that WWE needs to put them in the match, and you guys know me, and if you're subscribed to my channel, I'm not the biggest CM Punk and Daniel Bryan lover. You know that. CM Punk is one of my favorite wrestlers. I will say that. He's definitely in my top 5. Daniel Bryan, I like as a superstar. He's not one of my super favorites, but I do like him. And you guys know Randy Orton is my favorite, and John Cena is one of my favorites. So, that 4 combination, if you put CM Punk and Daniel Bryan in there, whether they win or lose, because we all know John Cena, no matter what, he's money if he loses. He's so established by now. Cena could lose to fucking Biggie Langston and still look like a champion at the end of the day. But Daniel Bryan and CM Punk losing to guys that are like freaking lower than them does not help them all that much. Because they're not that super established yet. They're not John Cena established. There's a difference between being just established and John Cena established. If they were in this undisputed title match, even if they lost, hell, at least they were going for the fucking undisputed title, not feuding with these lower card guys. And yeah, I know people are like, well, don't you want to build up new talent? I do, but there's other guys on the fucking roster. And this is why some layers in the WWE, even though, yes, WWE is having more layers into their television product, they're not integrating them well. They're treating guys like shit. Some guys who were hot a year ago are all of a sudden no longer big factors. Mark Henry, for example. I love me some Mark Henry, but him and Biggie Langston as a tag team, as much as that's fucking awesome, he should be much more higher on the card, and he should be a guy that should be facing off against the Shield. Big Show is a great example of a guy that should be facing off the Shield, because those are guys who are much older and guys that are past their primes and guys that you can just plug in anytime, anywhere. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, in my opinion, are guys that are not plug-in type of guys anytime, anywhere. They're guys that you want to establish for the future. And the thing about me is, I always say stars are made at WrestleMania. I believe CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are going to have big WrestleMania matches and win those big WrestleMania matches. But how can I believe that when they're stuck feuding with the Wyatts and the Shield all too much? That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing like most wrestling fans. But other than that, this episode of Monday Night Raw was just filler. It really was. The only good bright spot for this episode was that they announced the unification match. That's it. That's really it. That's really it. That's the number one highlight from this Monday Night Raw. The hardcore match is a good match, so you can go check that out. And the 3-on-2 handicap match was also a good match, so check that out. It was with the Wyatt family, and Punk and Bryan are the best in the beard. So, check those two matches out. Like I said, the hardcore match is good, but it's just useless to have these hardcore matches when nothing's going to come out of it. We know nothing's going to come out of it. Like, look at Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. Yeah, what do those motherfuckers ever do after those hardcore matches? Absolutely fucking nothing. And I know people are going to be like, well, Del Rio won the world title. That's because Sheamus was hurt, damn it. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like me, subscribe down below. Make sure you check out my Survivor Series 2013 review. If you want to send in questions for the Q&A, just send them in to me via inbox here on YouTube, or tweet me at ChaseOliver68. Like this video, dislike this video, do whatever you want with this video. I'm out of here. Hope you guys have a great Monday night. I gotta write a psychology paper. Peace!